I only thought to start recording halfway through. This is another load of tree trimmings being dumped. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than I thought. They bring these and they're always bigger than you think they're going to be. So I had it dumped right beside the old one that I had, and I'm so glad they came because I was almost out. Oh, it's going to fill up the yard. Oh, that's good. They can push it back. That's nice. It looks like they finally chopped it too. Like double shredded or something. I've gotten them before when there's huge, like huge sticks. Yeah, branches. This is really nice. So when it came from Chipdrop.com, I had a lot of big, huge pieces. I still liked it though, for like main mulch, like this. And then I just let it sit for, well, this has been here for almost 2 years. But this is really nice, and it'll start getting all hot. Smells good. He said it's Bradford pear and maple. Their truck sure is noisy. Oh my gosh, it's not just a standard beep, beep, beep that's annoying. This one's like a super fast beep. So this has also been here for a couple of years. And I love when it's all broken down and fine like this, because then I use it at the bottom of the pots when I'm planting. And then I use it on top to keep it down. And this is also really nice to use in the garden, because it's not big and unbreakable. And I mean, it just, anyway. So right here, these are elderberry that I never potted up. And I have to get them potted up. I don't know. They're probably pretty stressed. The dogs are barking like crazy because the guys dropped that load of wood chips and they're still here. And here's my ginkgo that I have to pot up yet. Yeah. And there's my Osage orange that didn't make it through the frost. Okay, so they secured their truck and left. So this is what I have. It's about 5.5 feet high at the top, and right here is, so it's probably about 4 feet down to 3 feet. But it was Bradford pear and maple, but this looks like oak. Yeah, so there's oak in there. It's not all Bradford pear and maple. I mean, I don't care what it is. I honestly don't even care if it's walnut, because after a couple years of breaking down, the walnut is fine to use in the garden. And I did ask. I asked if any of it was walnut, and they said they had no walnut yesterday or today. And so that's that. And this is great because I need to refresh this mulch over here, because I'm getting some weeds, not weeds, but grass growing up in there. And I wanted to extend it out maybe 1.5 feet, maybe. Yeah, ideally I'd do it all over here because I'm tired of cutting grass. And that'll keep the grass down, but Sam doesn't want me to. So there's some of my echinacea that needs moved. I had put in different, I think that's powwow echinacea. It doesn't get as large as the other echinaceas, so I have to move that back over to there with the small yellow echinacea. And come over here, and this is another one that I have to move. It's a small yellow echinacea, and it didn't get any sun whatsoever because of the Echinacea purpurea. That is the same Echinacea purpurea, but it is not obviously a purple coneflower. It's a different breed. So you can see like some things are coming up here that shouldn't, but these were seeded after. This is that nasty so-called tree of heaven, but I call it the tree of not heaven. And this looks like it's baby Virginia creeper. So I come through and pull that out, and that's actually not growing up through. It's actually seeded on top, just like these volunteer echinaceas. When you don't deadhead and you just let the seed heads dry on the flower, they fall, and the birds will eat some, but then a lot of them grow as well. So I wasn't even planning on making this video, but these tree cutter guys just knocked at my door, which is like alarming, and I saw them on camera and I boogied out. And like, you know, people don't just knock on my door. It's not that kind of neighborhood. But anyway, it's quiet. What I mean is we don't get solicitors and things. But yeah, so he said, hey, you want some wood chips? I'm like, yes, because it was crazy because that was the only pile that I have left. Oh my goodness. Well, that and the other one I showed you, but I'm so excited. So excited. So yes, I will use this now where I just showed you underneath the walnuts. But I'm also going to lay this cardboard down in places. And then I'm going to put some right in here where there's an abundance of grass growing on the path. I'm going to cardboard that again and then put some more mulch on top of that. And because we added on this 16 or so feet right here, this was right over top of lawn. And it's also a drop down. So I need to build it up a little bit anyway. Doesn't need to build up a lot, just a little bit. So, oh wow, can you just tell I'm so excited? I haven't been out to the garden for a couple of days except for this morning to dump some paper, and I can see I just did all my pruning back of tomatoes and pulling off of suckers, and this I can see foot-long suckers on this plant right there already. So I really have to get out here and do some more planting. Look at that right there. Something chewed that, and look, that hole was redug again. So something dug, I thought he dug out of the fence, but apparently now he knows how to dig in. So let's go around here. I had it fixed, and what I did was I put these shelves down here, and whatever did it, it looks like they learned how to pull all this back. Those little you-know-whaters. So I will actually have to fill this in, and it looks like they did a lot of damage too. Son of a gun. Well, I guess I'm going to be setting the trap. Maybe I'm going to have to wire this here to that so it can't be pulled back. That's what I'll probably end up doing. Oh my goodness. You know what? Just leave my garden alone and I'll let you live. But you mess with my garden, you're going to go for heaven. All right, does anybody have any good recipes for groundhogs? Half joke because I won't butcher it. Looky there, sunflower growing, almost 2 feet tall. And this one at the bottom had a crooked stem. I don't know how that happened, like at the bottom there. Can you see it? Because it's like recording in the sunlight is so hard to tell what you're actually getting clear on video. Oh, we have some peppers there that need picking. Speaking of peppers, my husband doesn't care for hot peppers, and he loves the sweet banana peppers and the Cubanelles. So one year I gave him one, I thought it was a Cubanelle, and it wasn't a Cubanelle. It was a Romanian hot. Oh yeah, he wasn't appreciative. Looks like something's been pecking at that. That might be bird damage. Could be groundhog damage. I haven't touched the kohlrabi yet. I shouldn't say yet because they better not. But they also pulled this back, but it doesn't look like they got under the fence here. So I have to secure the fence. I may go and take some of those arrows. I repurpose a lot, and we had a lot of arrows that were bent that we weren't able to use. And I also had these aluminum rods that we won't cover painting. I think I covered painting. Don't paint stuff that you're going to use in the garden. It flakes off and you're forever picking up paint pieces. But I think, I save things like this to mark where I've planted. I think down there where that hole is, I'm going to take these and just go every few inches so that they can't dig, or hopefully aren't strong enough to dig. But yeah, it looks like I got some work to do out here this evening, and then I'm going to set my trap again. All right, everybody. I'm just still so excited I got more wood chips. It doesn't take too much to make me happy, does it? All right, so I need to cut some grass too, but it's really, really warm out here. So I'm actually going to go in the house. When they came to the house, I was purging more books. You know, I have so many books. I need to turn my library back into a guest room. So I need to purge a lot of books. And that's not easy for me, but I I do enjoy sharing them, so I just actually give them away free on Facebook to anybody who wants them, and then I friends, family first, you know how that goes, but then I just donate them. So look at my wood chips. Yeah! Be blessed, everyone.